And how you guys doing? This is very important in reference to history and people's identities and people's family history and wealth and prosperity and accomplishments and education and people just wanting to live life. There's all kinds of things that are very important. In reference to satellite controllers, they are some egotistical idiots. They think they're better than other people because they're in satellite control rooms. They spy on people's information. They attack people that have qualities that are above theirs in their satellite activities. These people try to attack people that come from richer families, people that come from higher educations than theirs, or people that have accomplishments in media or entertainment or business, or people that own land. These satellite controllers and their tricks, and they're people, they've done all kinds of bad things, haven't they, these satellite controllers? But in reference to these people, the reason why you have to talk about qualities, these people will say something stupid like, oh, what's that got to do with it? Well, qualities are very important. These people holding me hostage, these people terrorizing my life, these people trying to steal the revenues of when I was a celebrity child, when I was growing up. And these people tried to steal my revenues from the companies and the media. These people trying to steal my family history. See, satellite controllers, they look at people's information. They look at people's wealth. They look at people's accomplishments. They look at people's history. And then there are people in the satellite control room, they usually try to attack a person that's accomplished. Because these satellite controllers think that they're better than other people when they are not. And then they try to attack people that are better than them. Or they just try to attack people because they're sickos in satellite control rooms and they like to bully and pick on people. These people always say some type of accomplishment, claiming they're some politician. And what's the value of that? What's the wages of a politician? What's your accomplishment? Yeah, there's celebrities and entertainers that make more money than any politician or government man has ever made. But yet you're using satellites to hurt people. You think you were richer than my parents? Is that what you're trying to ask? You think you owned more land in America than my parents? What are you trying to do, government man? You say you don't attack people that are richer or better looking. You're trying to downgrade people underneath your status. Well, people weren't born under your status. That's why there's term limits in government too, and that's why there's an impeachment process. Just in case government tries to dominate people illegally, or government tries to bully people, or the government tries to conspire against the rich and famous with their political egos. That's not legal. So somebody needs to put some of your people to the test. How smart are you? How fast can you run? How high can you jump? How fast can you ride a bicycle? What's your education background? What's your transcripts say? Reference to these people trying to play their tricks. These people try to make up stuff to try to frame rich and famous people. And then they try to claim that they were a better person than the person they tried to frame. So who are you, government man? You're a satellite controller? Messing up other people's faces and teeth so you'd try to create slander and social problems? Mutilating a person's teeth and damaging their face because you wanted to create slander? Because you wanted to make yourself look better than the person you have been abusing and terrorizing and stealing from, government man? That's why there's an impeachment process. So, these people, the reason why people got to talk about qualities is for the fact of having to mention the fact that these people did not comprehend that they didn't have a right doing what they were doing with their satellites, whoever these people are. or them trying to rape me. These gay government people trying to rape me. These people stealing monies that I was supposed to receive. Where's the lawsuit monies against the CIA and the FBI? Those government branches have insurance policies, don't they? Where's my lawsuit monies against the brutality of the CIA, the FBI, and the NSA and other branches of government? Where's my lawsuit monies, Treasury, Supreme Court? Do you guys have a clue? Deeds Department, where's my lawsuit monies? Do you know? You been in court against these people yet? So, in reference to people talking about qualities and race and culture, very important. See, my culture don't get involved in spying on people, messing with people's bodies and faces and teeth, and making up shit on people. A lot of races don't do that. A lot of ethnicities don't do those types of things. A lot of cultures have their own culture. They socialize in certain other friendly cultures. But then, which is it? The Germans? The Middle Easterners? Trying to terrorize Italians and Europeans and Greeks or other particular English, French, Irish or Italian or British or what? Or Canadian or what? What's going on? So in reference to mentioning qualities, such as athletic qualities, why don't you look up what my qualities are? Some people think I'm a pretty good piano player or a musician playing guitar or the violin or whichever. Some people think I'm one of the greatest singers in the world, but yet somebody's covering that up. And they're trying to steal the revenues from my singing career, which is in the billions. And they tried to use impersonators to try to steal my identity. And that satellite man is trying to put that eagle hawk marking on the nose. What are you doing that for, man? That's not in the Royal Protocol, freak. There's a beauty mark on other parts of my faces, on other part of my face. That eagle nose thing you're trying to do is not legal. You have to get arrested for that. So, in reference to having to mention qualities and comparisons, because of these stalkers, these financial thieves, these hostage holders, because you got to get down to find out what's wrong with their brains, what they're trying to do. They're trying to steal land and property and wealth and identities, aren't they? These people are trying to steal accomplishments to try to make themselves rich in America by stealing my accomplishments. And there are people slandering my character. They're hitting me in the teeth. Where's the lawsuits from earlier? They were hitting me in the teeth. They've been hitting me in the face and teeth all day. How much is that tallied up to, Supreme Court and Treasury Department? How much does the satellite controllers owe me now? How many billions and trillions? Remember, it's them trying to steal land. Look up, look up the information. You heard they just hit me in the throat. Look up the information of the satellite controllers and what their identities are and what they're trying to do. My mother and father and grandparents owned the largest mansions in America, larger than anybody else. And my parents and grandparents owned what? Over 51% of the land in America? Because my grandparents bought land? Is that what it was? Is it over 51%? Somebody has to look that up. So in reference to these invaders or these government people trying to steal, and don't forget old money outranks new money in reference to the history of status and power. And don't forget, my family history employed the most people in America. Is that not true? But then your government agents tried to cover up companies and company names of companies that my mother and father and grandparents owned. And you people tried to use impersonators to falsely claim ownership. Well, those people need to go into court too. Role protocol of my identities in the media 24 hours a day. So in reference to these government people, the reason why a person has to talk about qualities and, particulars of race and friendliness and cultures that people are friendly with, to segregate from bad people that are psychos and deviants and abusers and dirty types of people. People are people, but the reason why people have to talk about qualities is to figure out what kind of people are doing these things. These people trying to steal my accomplishments. These people trying to steal my identity. These people trying to steal my mother and father's mansions or my grandparents' mansions. These people trying to steal companies that my grandfathers created or companies my mother and father created plus. So the reason why I talk about qualities is not to be so much as like, ha, 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 this, ha, 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 that. No, it's like to decipher what kind of freaks and psychos are trying to steal my identity. What kind of freaks and psychos are trying to steal property and land. Like these people was covering up that my grandparents and mother and father employed a lot of people in this country. And then these people tried to come into monies, or they illegally extorted money, or they tried to steal monies from the treasury or from my mother and father's mansions. And then these people went around trying to claim to be rich. Nothing's ever for sale. My parents had no debts. There's no debts on any of my mother or father's properties. None whatsoever. And your government agents need to go into court and get prosecuted for your treason and your social crimes and your activity of trying to change the laws in America illegally, where you're trying to keep yourselves illegally in power when there are term limits in American government and there are guidelines in reference to politicians. And you're violating deeds laws and treasury laws and Supreme Court rulings. Your activities of your people is criminal. These people was damaging my teeth trying to call me their race. And they did this to my teeth. Well, I'm not your race, I'm not your religion, and I'm not your child, and I'm not part of your organization, dirty government man. You need to go into court, man. You're violating American laws and American freedom. The American flag even says freedom. The Pledge of Allegiance even says freedom. So what the hell are you trying to do? Holding me hostage, abusing me, damaging my face and teeth. You're trying to steal my position of what my life is supposed to be? Who the hell are you? You're violating protection orders and protection guidelines with your satellite crimes and abuses. You are a criminal. You are a terrorist, satellite man. And you need to get prosecuted as such. You have no legal right, and you won't ever have no legal right, and anybody supporting you needs to get prosecuted. You are violating my freedom, my rights, and my privacy, and you're violating my anatomy, and you're violating wealth protection and deeds protection laws. You need to show up in court, man.